Welcome to another episode, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. We have breaking news. Elon Musk, his Twitter offices are being raided by the feds as we speak. We all know that Elon Musk is in the Epstein files. Now the feds have turned on him, his cohorts, and are raiding his offices. Let's get into it and find out why his offices are being raided and what Elon Musk is up to now and up against now.
Elon Musk is currently having his Twitter office raided by law enforcement, and it's for none other than crimes related to children. Elon Musk, the richest and one of the most powerful men in the world, has been spending the past few days trying to convince us that his emails to Jeffrey Epstein in no way implicate him, that there is nothing bad that Elon Musk has ever done when it comes to children, that he was simply messaging back and forth with Jeffrey Epstein. Who even is that? We don't even know. That is the message that Elon has delivered, that the mainstream media has delivered, that just because you were talking to Epstein, or in the words of Todd Blanche, partying with him, doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Well, do you know what? Elon Musk did do a lot wrong, and it is why his building is being raided right now. Now, we're going to get into that breaking story being reported by the AP, but I want to start with how Elon Musk has tried his best to deflect from Epstein over the past couple of days, because it's an insight into this breaking news. Panicked Musk makes wild excuse as Epstein emails blow up in his face. Elon Musk lashed out at legacy media for reporting on his exchanges with Jeffrey Epstein. Elon Musk scrambled to dismiss reports linking him to Jeffrey Epstein as fake news after new documents surfaced showing him begging to party with the late trafficker. The chronically online SpaceX boss, who has denied any involvement with the disgraced financier's island, jet, or parties, insisted in a series of posts over the weekend that his frantic emails to Epstein could be misunderstood. Musk wrote in shared posts claiming that he denied invitations to Epstein's island and that he was too busy to attend any of the gatherings. He reported one user who speculated that Musk didn't have time to hang out with Epstein on the island and added that he worked most of the weekend too. Still do. Legacy media lies relentlessly, Musk wrote in a Twitter post responding to a user who called reports about Musk's emails to Epstein fake news. Musk also shared numerous posts heralding himself as a champion for children and Epstein's victims. He also called on more arrests to be made following the release of the files. What matters is not the release of some subset of Epstein files, sure man, great, but rather the prosecution of those who committed heinous crimes with Epstein, Musk posted. When there is at least one arrest, some justice will have been done. If not, this is all performative, nothing but a distraction. The billionaire...
Like you really care about an arrest, Elon Musk. You are in the files yourself. You don't care about anyone being arrested. You don't want to be arrested. You are in the files. You are right. It is a distraction that you are creating, a smokescreen that Elon Musk himself is trying to create to deflect from the fact that he is the one in the Epstein files after lying, saying that Epstein was soliciting him to come to the island. We only come to find out via the Epstein file release that Elon Musk was begging, imploring and beseeching Epstein to come to the island. All of these people are hypocrites and a bunch of liars. That's the bottom line. You can't trust anything that comes out of their mouth. Elon Musk right now is being raided by law enforcement for things dealing with underage children.
Also responded to a Twitter user, Doge designer, known for almost exclusively posting pro-Musk content, who claimed that Musk was the only one calling for prosecutions among high-profile figures listed in the files like Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Steve Bannon, and Reid Hoffman. Why is that? The user asked. Because they are guilty, Musk responded. Clinton, Hoffman, and Bannon have all publicly called for all Epstein files to be released. Email exchanges and calendar invites published by the DOJ show that Musk had attempted to schedule various meetings with Epstein and tried securing an invite to the wildest party, he called it, on the island. The messages were sent years after Epstein first pled guilty and served time for his crimes in 2008. In a November 2012 exchange, Epstein asked, "How many people will you be for the heli to the island?" Musk responded, "Probably just Tallulah and me. What day or night will be the wildest party on our island?" In a December 2013 email thread, the two attempted to coordinate time for Musk, who said he was in the British Virgin Islands and St. Bart's for the holiday, to visit Epstein's island. Epstein suggested that Musk come after the new year. "Any day, 1st through 8th, play it by ear if you want. Always space for you," Epstein responded. Epstein later emailed to cancel Musk's trip due to scheduling conflicts. Vivian Wilson, Musk's daughter, responded to the news of her father's emails with Epstein on Threads. She said she believes the correspondence is real. "I'm just going to speak directly instead of being vague and cryptic," she said. "I can confirm we were in St. Bart's at the time specified in the emails, and therefore I believe they are authentic." Yeah, I believe they're authentic too. Not just because of what was laid out meticulously in file after file, all of these emails that sound like Epstein, but because no one projects quite like Elon does. Just listen to this clip right here, which actually perfectly led into this story about the raid.
I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
So Elon says all of the billionaires are worried about their crimes coming out, their crimes against children coming out, and he says that's why they're all voting for Kamala. Well, it seems like a lot of billionaires are being protected by Donald Trump right now, but where Donald Trump can't protect Elon is overseas. And that's where
what he said is an oxymoron. It makes no sense. They're not. So Elon's take at that time was that they're scared to put Trump in office, the billionaires, because Trump is going to come after them for their crimes. When Trump is involved in the crimes himself, he's mentioning the Epstein files more than anyone else. No, Trump is not going to, he's going to pardon all the billionaires. We know that he's been pardoning everyone that's committed these sort of crimes. He's been pardoning everyone who has committed scams and fraud against the government and the American people. For trillions and billions of dollars, Trump has been pardoning these individuals. So no, you don't put Trump in office because, or you're afraid to put Trump in office because he's going to come after the billionaires. And so therefore we're going to vote for Kamala because she's not going to come after us, but Trump is. Really? How's that working out? Trump hasn't come after anyone. Trump himself has been convicted of 34 felonies. He himself is a criminal. And he himself has committed crimes. He himself is in the Epstein files. He himself is accused of dozens of situations and cases of abuse against women and minors. So he's not about to come after any, who is he came after? All he's doing is pardoning them. That makes no sense what Elon said, but this is all part of the smokescreen that the coat of MAGA employs on a daily basis.
His Twitter office is being raided. The AP, Paris prosecutors raid the French offices of Elon Musk's Twitter as part of an investigation into spreading child porn and deepfakes. Prosecutors have raided the French headquarters of Elon Musk's social media platform Twitter and summoned the tech billionaire and the company's former chief executive for questioning as part of an investigation into alleged cybercrime. A search is underway by the cybercrime unit of the Paris prosecutor's office, the National Police Cyber Unit in Europol. The Paris prosecutor's office said in a post on Twitter Tuesday, adding that it would no longer be publishing on the network. It said in a statement that Musk and the former chief executive of the company had been summoned for voluntary questioning in April in their capacity as de facto and de jure managers of the Twitter platform at the time of the events. Elon Musk's former CEO resigned as chief executive of Twitter in July of last year. The Paris raid is part of an investigation launched in January last year into the suspected abuse of algorithms and fraudulent data extraction, which the prosecutor's office said it had widened to cover complaints about Twitter's artificial intelligence tool, Grok. It said that the alleged offenses it was investigating now include complicity in the possession and organized distribution of child abuse images, violation of image rights through sexualized deepfakes, the denial of crimes against humanity. Other possible charges include fraudulent data extraction from and falsified operation of an automated data processing system by an organized group and operation of an illegal online platform by an organized group, the statement said. The chatbot has since caused outrage by allowing users to strip clothed people, including children, in photos through AI image generation and editing. The EU launched an investigation into its production and dissemination of sexualized deepfakes of women and minors. So Elon is being investigated, unsurprisingly, because his AI that once called itself Mecha Hitler is also undressing people, no matter who they are or what their age. And Elon is fine with this because that is the type of person he wants using his AI. That is how Elon is going to get even richer, because you can't be a trillionaire without exploiting everybody, including children. That is how Elon Musk has made his money. He has extracted resources and ripped off the federal government, and then he has abused, in many criminal ways, his workforce to make him worth over $700 billion. You do not become a billionaire without exploitation, and that exploitation in the AI world is now extended to children.
Deep exploitation, $700 billion. He'll be a trillionaire soon. The world's first ever trillionaire, but actually there are a few people competing to be the first trillionaires. And Elon is, he's in a race to get there before everyone else, and he may very well. He's on his way. And I agree with Jack here that you cannot become a trillionaire or even a multi-billionaire without exploiting many people. This is Elon Musk's AI. His AI is undressing people, undressing you and undressing minors. Sick individuals we're talking about and dealing with.
And so that is why Elon is having his Twitter office raided right now. The same guy who said, I had nothing to do with Epstein. I didn't want to be involved with anything with children. Really? Because it seems like you're pretty fine with it. It seems like the sole intention of this chatbot has now been to undress people. It's disgusting. And right now you are seeing, it's AOC, along with Paris Hilton, who is on Capitol Hill, who is actually, I don't want to say actually to discredit her, but who has had real success in passing legislation in the past, if you're unaware of her time as a legislator. She's done a great job lobbying for bills, but something that AOC and Paris Hilton are working on with regards to AI is stopping these chatbots from going and undressing people, making sexually explicit content, deepfake porn, just very gross shit that people like Elon Musk and Sam Altman don't care about and happily encourage because it gets a big old swath of the gross internet to engage in their AI. And that is what they need. That is what they desperately crave, is more people using their AI tools.
Exactly. The man wants more money. He wants to get richer. It's a conglomerate. He wants to take over the whole damn world. This is unbelievable. This is the individual, along with Trump, who people support and accept.
Not to cure cancer, right? Not to make the world more efficient, but to make them richer. That is what they are after. AI is coming to steal your job and to make child explicit content. Like that's what's happening. So don't tell me, I don't want to hear from the media. It's so funny for Elon to be criticizing the media, saying that they're misrepresenting him. Dude, you are the media. You own Twitter. What are you saying? But it's so funny for Elon to say, well, the media, it's fake news, it's misrepresenting me. Y'all know that this has pissed me off. But every single time any mainstream outlet is talking about the Epstein files, they always do this qualifying, throat clearing, well, we just want to make clear that just because you're in the Epstein files doesn't mean you committed any crimes. Well, it sure as shit gets you close. It gets you close to having committed some crimes now, doesn't it? Partying with
You're in the Epstein files, you can forget it, man. Your hands are bloody. You committed some crimes, bottom line. But even when they're caught red-handed and exposed thoroughly with the files, they still find a way to deny it and claim that they've done nothing wrong. It's unbelievable. Elon Musk here is undressing people with his AI, and his offices are being raided now by the law enforcement. Unbelievable.
being groomed. They weren't at like Alabama sorority rush. This was not a toga party. It wasn't a darty. It wasn't a kickback. They weren't drinking natty lights in like Tuscaloosa. They were organizing criminal trafficking rings and throwing disgusting eyes wide shut parties. Right? This wasn't a kickback at the lake, having a couple of like, what are you saying? These weren't parties. These were operations. I'm so tired of the media presenting this in the kindest light possible to the worst people on the planet. The billionaires are...
They're all involved, Jack. They're all in cahoots. This is why the media supports the media apparatus. They are the media, as you just alluded to. MAGA owns the freaking media, man. They're not going to disparage or denigrate Trump or Elon Musk or Epstein, for that matter. They haven't done it.
They're the worst people on the planet.
Spineless.
You talk about crimes that they've gotten away with. How many labor law violations has Elon racked up? Seriously, how many? And we're just going to pretend like this guy isn't already a criminal? Get out of here. Like, this is ridiculous. I am so tired of the way that this has been covered and the jokes that have been made, and it is only getting worse. But this is not the only Elon AI story that we need to be paying attention to, because as Elon, reingratiates himself back with the Trump admin, he's also once again getting a big fat check for this same AI, targeting kids, mind you, same AI, and it's coming from none other than Petey Tallboy, Pete Kegbreath. MSNBC broke it down. This is important reporting that has not gotten enough coverage.
Pete Hexet's Pentagon is getting ready to hand the keys to America's military secrets to an AI chatbot so dangerous that two countries have already banned it. I know that sounds like some dystopian fever dream, but it is actually true. Trump's defense secretary made the announcement this week at Elon Musk's private city in Texas and said the AI system known as Grok will be operating inside the Pentagon network. This is the same system that just this week flooded the zombie website formerly known as Twitter with AI-generated naked images of real people. It is just the latest example of how the world's richest man has become something of a shadow defense secretary who has seemingly made himself too big to fail within the U.S. military.
We are giving Elon Musk even more billions. We are giving Elon Musk even more billions of our tax dollars. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy, and you wonder why he's back with Trump. And you wonder why he's been at the parties, and he's at the wedding, and he's at Mar-a-Lago, and he's hanging out. It's because he wants the money, and he's getting it from you and I. For AI. AI, again, they called itself Mecha Hitler.
More money.
To have full control over classified and
Never enough of he wants more money.
Unclassified information. What are we doing? The dumbest administration in history, run by the dumbest people in history.
I second that. I concur, Jack. The dumbass.
Giving billions of dollars to the dumbest dude. I can't. We're going to keep calling it out. This story was ridiculous. If you want to support our work, though, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. Y'all, I am so tired. You can leave.
I feel you, man. Me too. I got another channel too, man. I'm tired. Excuse me. You have to get this information out there, though. Sacrifice for the people. There you have it, man. Elon Musk. Not surprisingly, caught up in this law enforcement raid, Twitter offices being raided. They've been undressing you and me with AI and minors. He has blood on his hands. He's guilty. He's all in the Epstein files, as well as Trump. It's not just Republicans. These Democrats are just as freaky. Bill Clinton, we already know he's a freak. He's all in the Epstein files too. None of them are any good. I don't support the Democrats either. They're no good. I've been off of the Democratic plantation. They're not there for my people either. They just pretend to be more than the others. They just hide it better, but they don't care either. They've always shown that when you go back through the history of this country and the politics of it. So I'm not here to support the Democrats. They're no good either. All of these individuals are in cahoots together, Democrats and Republicans. They're all sneaky. They're all freaky. They're all uncouth Neanderthals, and none of them stick to their word. And as we can see, they're all unethical. They're dealing with underage minors. They're dealing with underage children, and they're all throughout the Epstein files. Even Melania Trump is in the Epstein files. All of these people who will have you believe that they turned away from Epstein and denigrated him and didn't agree with his disposition. We come to find out through the Epstein files that it's a total lie, that they all did agree with his disposition, that they all wanted to be a part of the Epstein Island and a part of the abuse that was happening with these minors. So you just can't trust anything that comes out of their mouth. They're all lying. And even when the evidence comes out, they still lie. And wants you and I to believe that what we're seeing, what we're looking at, is not what it is. They're playing us like we're stupid, like we're idiots. We see it. It's right here. The evidence has been released. We see it. You're in there. You've done this. And time after time, they want to say, just because you're in the Epstein files does not mean that you're guilty. Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. These people are in pictures and all of this with these people. Stop lying. Knock it off. You've been caught. And the fact that you continue to lie about it really only indicates that you're guilty and that you know you're guilty of doing some things that you should not have been doing with underage children. And that's just the bottom line. Because if you were not doing anything that you should not have been doing, you wouldn't continue to deny your involvement and say that you didn't want to go on the island. And then the proof comes out that you were begging to get your freaky self on the island. Can't trust any of these people, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Elon Musk, office is being raided for undressing people with AI. The sickness continues. Stay safe and stay free, people.